One of the most important skills an artist can have is learning how to move through a time or a period when you're not drawing well. This can really derail us, it can interrupt projects, it can just absolutely shatter our forward momentum as we try to get better at drawing. So today that's what I'm going to talk about. This is my method on shaking the rust off and getting back on track to becoming the best artist that you can be. So the first thing I do is I go to the internet and I start looking for photo references. Sometimes I want to warm up by working on figure drawing. Sometimes I want to draw portraits. Other times drawing animals is the most fun and easy way to shake the rust off because achieving a likeness is just far more forgiving when you're drawing a dog or a cat or whatever. I start by finding free stock photo sites. Like for example, this one. I'm going to pexels.com. There's tons of other good ones like Unsplash, and it's easy to find big lists of free stock photo sites. And here I'm just going through and I'm finding portrait images and I'm downloading them. And I'll go through and build a photo library of maybe 20 portraits or something like that. Just something to practice with. I download them, I open them up in a big folder. Once I get a bunch of them lined up, I can just set my timer and I do it for something really short, like 5 minutes. And then I jump in. So the name of the game with these short portrait drawings that I'm doing, and here in a second I'm going to speed this up so that you don't have to watch all 5 minutes of it. I'm just trying to get the big picture, and the advantage of working on a portrait for 5 minutes or less is that you are forced to only see the big picture, to think about the major volumes, the major shapes, and the major patterns of light and shadow. Part of shaking the rust off, and you just have to embrace this, is your drawings are not going to look good for a while. So you have to let yourself do bad drawings. I do 2 per page and then I rip them off and I go to the next one. And so it's just not a big deal. The whole point is not to make perfect drawings. The point is to see the big picture, capture the big picture, and get it down on your page. You can kind of see the basics of my portraiture approach, especially the short format portraiture approach here. It's all about the major shapes of the head, neck, and shoulders. What are their orientational relationships with one another? And then can I begin to capture the correct angles in order to get the orientation of those shapes, to get the energy or the feel of the pose, the spirit of the moment? I want basic anatomy captured, but I'm not constructing the anatomical structures meticulously. I'm finding them more by thinking about the shadow shapes. You see, the light and shadow is what reveals the anatomical architecture. And so if you can see the shadow shapes and capture those appropriately, then you're going to be on your way to excellent anatomy. You know, for example, on this next one, the shadow underneath the chin, the shadow underneath the nose, underneath the bottom lip, as light as those may be, look at how the three-dimensionality or the volume of the form just comes to life when you're focusing on those simple shadow shapes. So this is my approach to shaking the rust off. Do this 2 or 3 days in a row, do like 4 or 5 5-minute drawings, set with a timer, and really you have to force yourself to stop when the timer goes off. This isn't about making amazing portfolio pieces or pieces to sell. It's about getting you back in the routine of the creative process of starting and finishing drawings, and eventually you'll start drawing how you want to draw. If you're having a rough period right now, shake that rust off, push through, make 20, 30 drawings, and have a great time doing it. I recommend putting on a really fun playlist, loosen up, and just let yourself enjoy making some bad drawings. They'll get better over time. All right, so thanks for jumping in. If you're trying to get better at drawing, check out one of these 2 videos. I hope my stuff is helping you. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends if you find it helpful. I'm trying to keep making these for free for you guys. I hope you're enjoying them, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.